Hello guys, how are you guys doing today? I am the anime industry's strongest Hige. My name is Ash and welcome to Hige channel! Woohoo! And yes, once again we're back with yet another video game unboxing. But this time, we're not just doing any other video game unboxing. We're gonna be doing a video game console unboxing of the OLED Nintendo Switch! Hell yeah! But this guy only really does video game unboxings. Does he really have nothing else better to do? Yes, I really have nothing else better to do. So, since we have a brand spanking new console over here, let's not waste any time and just check out this video. But before we begin, please of course remember to like, share and subscribe to Hige channel. Click the buttons here and there and everywhere. Just press all the buttons you see that doesn't involve this. Everything's like this, a big red button that says subscribe. Yes, press it. So without further ado, let's check the new console out. Alright, so we have the Nintendo Switch OLED model here. I bought the white version as you can see because I like black and white stuff. I'm all about the black and white aesthetic. This is actually a lot smaller than the original box because the original box was kind of like this long, but not as wide at least. So over here it says Nintendo Switch OLED Model, 7-inch OLED screen, 64GB system memory, dock with LAN port and adjustable stand, which is basically three of the biggest new changes onto this very new model. So of course you can see here there is the tabletop mode for playing on the table, there is the TV mode when you can put into the dock, and of course the handheld mode, which is basically like a PlayStation Vita. So on the top here we have Nintendo, obviously we have the contents. I'm gonna hide my barcode because this is actually like the serial number and stuff. So contents: Nintendo Switch console OLED model, Joy-Con L, Joy-Con R, Joy-Con straps, high-speed HDMI cable, Nintendo Switch dock with LAN port, Joy-Con grip, and the Nintendo Switch AC adapter. So without further ado, shall we unbox this box? That's why we're watching this, right? It's a console game unboxing. So I'm gonna be very honest with you guys, I've actually already unboxed this console, obviously so I can see what's going on, but anyways, without further ado, let's just move these to the side here so I can introduce stuff one by one. So let me get the top layer out first. So obviously, without much explanation needed, we have the Joy-Con L, Joy-Con R, and the Nintendo Switch. So this is the left Joy-Con and this is the right Joy-Con. I'm gonna just put this nice little paper one side. It feels exactly the same like the previous models. I don't really feel like there's any significant changes between this one and the previous model, cause it feels like maybe the directional buttons is a little bit more, I guess it's a little bit more rougher, or maybe it's just because that these are brand new ones, so like the wear and tear hasn't really set in yet. But yeah, I feel like it doesn't really feel like there's much changes so far. But yes, white Joy-Cons, I've always wanted white Joy-Cons. It's really nice. I'm gonna put this here one side first. We have the customer service information. So if you're living in Singapore, Malaysia, Saudi Arabia or UAE, you know where to go. And by the way, this Singapore address is pretty new, so shout outs to the people at Convergence Systems for finally bringing Nintendo to Singapore. Really appreciate it. And the generic information when using a Nintendo Switch or a Nintendo Switch Lite. Well, if you used the console before, you more or less know what to be careful with. So yeah, for those who know, I'm just gonna put it one side. And of course, over here we have the Nintendo Switch. I'm gonna put it like this because if I put it too close, you can see my face. Hello! I'm actually talking to the screen right now. So this is the new Nintendo Switch. I just want to say that there's actually a bit changes over here on the things I just found out. Like the previous one had like I think 1, 2, 3, 4 screws over here, and this time I think it's 3. And I think the previous one was silver, and now it's a little bit more of a shade of black. Over here we have the I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but there's like this small little port here. This is the I guess the speaker out, where all the sounds of the console come from. Originally it was like around here on the console, but now they brought it more towards the bevels, so that it takes up less screen space, I feel. And over here we have, of course, is the USB-C port, which isn't really much of a change to the previous time, and I think the accessory connection ports here. So over here, same, it's the rail for the right side of the joystick, and over here we have quite a bit of a difference. I'm not sure if you can see. Let's try and make it a bit clear to you guys. So we have the power button, which is originally a circular button, but now it's more of an oval shaped one, and it's a little bit more recessed inside the console than before. So last time you could touch it a little bit more easily, and now it's a little bit more recessed in. And I feel like this is a better like an improvement compared to the previous one, because I think you might not like just accidentally press the button for no reason. And over here we have the volume, obviously, plus minus, it goes up and down. I think this one's also a slightly better like improvement compared to the previous, the OG Nintendo Switch, at least. That I'm not sure what this circular thing here is. This is the exhaust part, which I feel is also a improvement compared to the previous one, because the previous one felt like a really, how do you say, it felt like a more machine aesthetic to it, where it's like kind of jutting out and you can feel like, I feel like you can feel like the rails inside, like the heat coils or whatever. I'm not very sure the correct term is, but this one feels like a more premium product. It gives you like a more premium feel to it than the 3.5mm jack for plugging in your headphones. There is the game card slot, which doesn't pop out anymore. It's a little bit more like a recessed in port. And oh whoa, we have a game inside here, which we will show you later. So I think, you know, this one's one of my small gripes with the console, because it's a little bit more different, a bit more difficult to actually remove the game cards now, but it's not really a big problem. So I don't really feel like I, much issues. And over here, as you can see, it's of course the screen itself. Let me just clear a little bit of the dust away. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Okay, yeah. So obviously, you know, if you have seen a Gen 1 or a Gen 2 Switch, you know how much screen space it has, and this one has a lot more screen space, because compared to the original models, which I used to have, which I actually, on a side note, I might be doing, or I will be doing a review impression of a Gen 1 Switch versus a Switch Lite versus a OLED Switch, and which one you should get next time, so please keep an eye out for it. But anyways, you can see here that there is a lot more screen compared to bezels on screen this time, which is nice, because more screen space is always good. So let's just put in that cartridge, put in the Joy-Cons. And one of the things here, which is obviously if you're owner of the older models, you can tell this is quite a big difference, because it's now a little bit more different. It feels more stylish. It used to be one big, I think, a Nintendo Switch logo here, and then a small little kickstand over here. But now this stand takes almost like half of the back of the console, and it's also a very nice matte finish here. So if you pull it all over here, whoa! There is not much going on behind here, but the SD memory, I think the SD card slot is over here now. It used to be in line with the kickstand, but now it just recessed in over here, which is, I think, a really nice addition. It feels like a more, like I said earlier, it gives you a very more like a premium feel to it. So you can put it like this, you can adjust the angles to however you like. You can put it all the way down like this even, so it goes all the way down, or you can go all the way up like this, which is, a standard viewing angle for all you gamers out there. So we're gonna put this aside first, and we're gonna look at the other items inside the box before we go back to the OLED Switch. So over here we have, I think, a few more items going on, so let's just take it all at one go, for ease of access, obviously. So first up we have the Nintendo Switch. I think the AC adapter. So, funny story is I actually bought my original Nintendo Switch at the Japanese launch. I queued for a launch copy. I managed to pre-order one successfully. So, every Switch I own until now has been purchased from Japan. So this is actually my first time, like I'll be very honest, my very first time seeing a local Singaporean adapter on the Switch, which is nice because I don't want to use so many like converting devices just to get this working. So I'm not sure there's much differences here, but I will take a quick look next time around. But it looks like your standard fare Nintendo Switch adapt, like an AC adapter, you know, plug in your dock here or your Switch here directly, it charges it. That's what an AC adapter does, guys. Up next, we have a HDMI cable. I think, if I'm not wrong, from what I heard, it's a slightly updated HDMI cable from the original version. So do not quote me on that, but I will check this out later. It's your standard fare HDMI cables. I will not be opening this because I have 500 of these cables at home, so I'm just gonna put it one side first, you know, just to stare at it until I ever need to open it up again. And over here we have the Nintendo Switch, I think the Joy-Con grip. So yeah, I believe it's the same as the previous one. I'm not sure if there's any changes, but thankfully right here on my left I have the previous one as well, so we can do a direct comparison if there is a need. And it looks like they look exactly the same. Yeah, I think Nintendo just reused the same one because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's the same. It's essentially the same model. I don't think there's any upgrades that was needed to be done with this, and honestly, they really don't need to update this at all because it works well, it works fine. It's the same Joy-Con grip. It works fine, it feels very nice, so you know, it's the same thing. Just bundle the same one. No need to upgrade something which already works really fine. And of course, I think last but not least, hold on, I almost forgot one thing. Of course, the Joy-Con grips. I feel like they're slightly different, maybe. Is it the same? I'm not very sure. I think it's the same ones because once again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So it's the same ones. And last but not least, like I said, we have the new Nintendo Switch dock. So yes, it's a pristine white color compared to the previous. I believe it's a nice black dock because I have a black one. So this is the white Nintendo Switch dock. Over here, there's actually a crevice here which you can run your cables through. I think it's the nicer way to run it through now because it's like a... I feel it's more easier to run it through this nice little grip instead of that one small those like rectangular hole on the side as before. So whoa, you can take it out. Oh, this is nice. Wow. So in the previous versions, you couldn't take out the whole like back plate, but now, so I guess you can just put it in like this. Is that how it works? Okay, yeah. So you can just take out the back plate entirely, which is great. I like this change. This is a very good change. You can see over here, AC adapter, HDMI out, and one of the newer upgrades to this thing is a LAN port. So yes, you can see that there is, I'm not sure if you can really see it though, but this is a LAN port. It's a little bit more recessed here because it's a little bigger part. One HDMI out port and one AC adapter because if I'm not wrong, the previous one had two USBs. So one's like USB-C for the power obviously, and one's a USB, I think 3.0 port. Not very sure, please do not quote me on that. But don't worry, you still have two USB ports on the side as usual. And this is the front of the, or you can see that the cross section maybe is the correct word for this. The cross section for the dock, I think it's a little bit more glossy than before. I'm not sure if it's different, is it better? I'm not sure, please don't quote me on that. I think glossy is nice, yeah. But you can see over here, it's also a little bit more rounded than before. I like the nice little round edges, it's great. Round is good. So let me just close the cover here. I'm not used to this cover thing, and let's just put the console on the dock and see how it is. And it's something like, okay, it's a little, I think it's a lot more better than the previous one. It won't be scratched as much. It's much better, I feel. It looks nice too. I like the all white, you know, the white and black aesthetics, because like I said, I love white and black aesthetics. I'm a monochrome boy living in a monochrome world. It's great, and it's not too tight, so it's easy to pick up and easy to put it in again. Like that. So anyways, without further ado, let me just show you a little screen time of how the Nintendo Switch works. So, you know, from my face here, hello, I'm gonna click the game console, so no more of my face. What's up? And there we go. We have the screen over here. I am playing on a Japanese console, because more like a Japanese region, because there isn't actually a Singapore region for this Nintendo thing. Nintendo, can you please give us our own store, please? Like, I swear to God, Nintendo. So yeah, this is the screen here. I have a few games going on over here. Not everything, because I haven't actually ported everything over yet. So yeah, auto brightness, you can adjust it. Let me just lower it a little bit more so that it won't like overwhelm our camera and stuff. So I am not sure if there's any changes over here, but yeah. Controller sensors. I think there's also one interesting thing which I haven't mentioned, is that this console has a console on-screen colors choice, which is either vivid or standard. So I'm not sure if you can really see the difference on the screen, but there is it makes the colors more popped out, more vibrant, obviously. And of course, since it's for the OLED screen, this setting will not affect the colors displayed in TV mode. So you can just see over here how much bigger the screen is. There is a lot going on right now. The game looks, it's a lot more like I said, more space to play around, to look at the screen. I think it's great because there's a lot more things you can look at. Everything is slightly bigger. You can see my boy Travis Touchdown being the best guy ever. And by the way, guys, if I haven't mentioned that you guys should play No More Heroes 3, you should buy and play No More Heroes 3. It's a great game. It's a great ass game. And it looks really nice. Let me just increase the volume. Maybe my microphone can pick out the sounds. But yeah, the game looks great. So much screen space. I love it. It's great, you know. Yeah, I like the much more increased screen space available right now. There's a lot more you can see, and the colors. Can I just say how much vibrant and how much better the darks look over here? So the dark parts feel like it's dark. The white parts are more outstanding. I think it's worth buying just for the screen alone. If you don't own a Switch, you know, definitely consider getting the OLED version instead. So that's enough of my boy Travis. Let me just put it on the table so you can see how it works in standing mode. So yeah, you can look at me over here. It's like this, you know. Whoa. It's a very nice, fancy Nintendo, you know, console. I like this. It looks really, really nice. I think it's gonna be something I'm gonna be using for a very, very long time. So definitely look out for more contents on the Nintendo Switch OLED version. Alright guys, that's it for the Nintendo Switch OLED model unboxing. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe it gave you a little bit more insight on whether you should purchase the console, hold out for a possible 4K upgrade, maybe, I don't know. Or maybe you feel like, you know, it's a little bit too expensive, you know, I already get a Switch Lite or an OG Switch. Look forward to hopefully one of our next upcoming videos on the Switch Lite versus Switch OLED video. Once again, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to youtube.com/Hige channel. That's HIGECHANNEL, but it's a small I, so it's a lower caps I, and everything else is upper caps. So if you guys enjoyed this, remember, like I said, if you like it, please give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, I mean, sure, give me a thumbs down. I don't really care. Leave a comment below if you think, you want to see more unboxings, because yeah, spoiler alert, there's gonna be more video game box unboxings. Come on, like, did you really expect anything else? Of course, share with your friends. Please tell all your friends in Singapore, around the world. I mean, yes, I'm talking to you, guy or girl watching this video right now. Share this video with all your friends, like every single friend in the universe. Do it right now. And once again, thank you for watching, just giving me a little bit of your time to enjoy this video. My name's Ash, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!